Welcome back to another CallmeKiah exclusive interview. I am here with Royal Curry.
That's right.
Ohio native.
You're right.
How are you?
Yes, I am doing great, splendid, wonderful, happy to be here.
Yes?
How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you. So, for those of you who don't know, I used to do, I have a review show called New Flavor. I used to do this cup gimmick on New Flavor, the cup gimmick that I had you do. I did it for like 3 episodes. But the problem is I review albums with a lot of other rappers.
Yep.
And rappers drink. So like halfway through the review, I would forget what the fuck I was talking about. I'm just drunk. I'm giggling. Like, this isn't a show. Why are people watching this? Like, so we had to stop it. So now I'm incorporating it into my interviews. Sangria Sundays. We're doing sangria instead of liquor.
It's all about the crown, man. It's all about the crown.
And so what I decided to write on my cup today was my phrase that I end all of my shows with, which is peace, love, and hip hop.
That's what's up.
Yes. What did you write on your cup?
YKRNS, which is, my label, my brand. Think about it. When I used to do my battle raps, I always say think about it. And then I also label my 2 upcoming albums, Life, which is Love, Intimacy, Frustration, Evolution, and OTRTS, which is On the Road to Success.
Oh my gosh. I love your cup. I might want to keep it. I normally let guests keep their cups.
Right.
I might need your cup. So, you've been doing music, I've found at least 7 years ago.
Woo.
At least.
Woo.
So, you've been doing music for quite some time.
Longer than that.
Really?
Yeah.
So, tell me about what inspired you to do music.
So actually I was 9 years old when I started writing. And I have older siblings and I have a family full of music. My aunt, the great aunt, her name is Minnie Curry. She's a singer. Then they started getting more local. Like my older cousins used to go out and get paid for shows. And I was like, oh, this seems fun. So back in MySpace days, not to state my age, I used to comment raps. And my cousin reached out to me. He was like, stop doing that because it's too good for somebody your age. Somebody gonna start stealing. So yeah, I had a history for.
So you've been
musicians.
rapping since MySpace.
Yeah, basically. I actually have songs on MySpace still.
You have a song on YouTube, and it really just reminded me how old I was because I was like, we was real live, like bumping the shit like this, like back in the day. When you remember, like back in, do you remember back? Oh, I'm gonna go find it. I'm gonna find it. And I'm gonna put the link right here.
I think what song it was.
You know what?
You got me.
I'm gonna go find it. It had a girl on it.
Yeah.
She was singing on it. It was
Lingerie?
It was ooh. It's on the tip of my tongue. Yes.
I'm not going there.
It was Climax.
That was Right State days. So that's when I was in Right State. My cousin actually wanted to do a song. The album was gonna be called The Climax with 3 X's.
Yes,
we actually had an interview that talked about that. That's on that same YouTube page. And we was like, you gotta get triple exclusive. It was this, and I think he was how old was he at the time? 16. So shout out to little brother. You feel me? But we talk about that all the time.
So you've been doing music for so long. What is your least favorite thing about making music?
My least favorite thing is probably trying to target the right audience. Who is the music for? Since I classify myself as so versatile, if you want to, let's say, take off with music, they always say to find your niche. And that's kind of hard for me to do because I try to please everybody. So the hardest thing is, I actually don't. I'm still searching for it.
Well, I think it will. I was just to say the best ones come organically, so I think that'll be a fun journey, especially for your fans. Like, for them to watch you, then find where you're gonna be. I think that'll be cool.
Yeah. So yeah, the least favorite is probably finding out who I'm making the song for.
And then what is your favorite part?
My favorite part is just the environment. You know, when I do collabs, I've had multiple people who I've collabed with say, you know, you make me better in the studio because your intellect is just so up there. I was like, you know, think about it. But yeah, probably just the environment, the joy of making music, because music is all I know. Music is like my escape.
So then how'd you get into battle rapping?
I actually have a friend from, where is he from? Vicksburg, Mississippi, who saw my music on Instagram. And he was like, bro, you should get into battling, you will like it. And which I did. I got in contact with the owner of that. It's called Underground Battle League. It was online. And I started battling. He said, you'll try it, you'll have fun with it. They're actually trying to get me back into that. Which is like the time, but you may see me on there.
What's different in constructing like a verse for a battle versus constructing a verse for a song?
When it's a battle, it's more direct. You also have to know your audience as well, but you really want to attack your opponent. Okay. You actually have a full-blown purpose, and that's when people are really looking at the lyrical content, the delivery. Whereas making a song, you have more of an open space to express yourself. So you have a wide range of varieties there.
Okay, so if you could name 3 things that have evolved since the first time you started doing music to now,
I'm talking decades here.
What would be those 3 things?
That would be easy. That's actually easy. So probably the content.
Okay.
What I write about is definitely evolved. The engineering and the vocal quality. When you want to be known as an artist instead of a singer or a rapper, you have to be good at both singing and rapping. So I was just trying to find my voice, how to hit the right notes, how to make, better quality music, especially if I was to use auto-tune, which is everybody's go-to thing. I'm really so over
auto-tune. I think like it's nice and like small, like, you know what I'm saying, to like put like a little layer. But when you sound like a robot, it's like shut up, you know? And I'm from Dayton, Ohio, which was the home of auto-tune. Rest in peace, Roger Troutman. But I use it for typically harmonization. So when you're harmonizing with yourself on a record.
Yeah. So
that makes sense. What came first, singing or rapping?
I don't know. If you ask my mom, probably singing, since I was singing since 3, and that's like all these slow songs when you're growing up in the 90s.
Right.
But rapping probably came first when it comes to publishing songs.
Okay.
It's easy. It's easy to get a crowd, but it's also easier when not being judged, because if you're listening to music, especially singers, you want them to hit the right notes.
Facts.
And they don't care about what you're saying if you can't make it sound good.
So, tell me tell us what YKRNS stands for, and then tell us where that came from.
So YKRNS stands for Young Kings, Righteous and Superior. It actually started as just Young Kings, which it has a long history. It started back in 2009. Well, let's take it back a little bit farther. It started in 2006 as TNT. Now, my little brother, who was mentioned in the Climax song, which we started earlier, we said, let's, come up with a group called TNT, and I had my friend with me as well, because both our names started with a T. So he's like, all right, we're just going to be explosive. And I was like, man, I don't know. Well, in the process of me actually recording, so this is about 10 years later when I actually got into a studio, my cousin said, you need a dictionary name. So don't go by Lil T, don't go by the Kid. Do a dictionary name that stands out. And I said, okay, what do you think? He said, well, let's make an album called Three Kings. I said, okay, cool. And he was like, you're going to be royal. It's like, oh, a young king. So I was like, that's what I'm going to call my group, YK. And I told my little cousin, and he was like, all right, cool. Well, when you become influential, you want to be more diverse and inclusive, and you have young women who want to join the group, it kind of feels offensive to them. So I said, okay, let's tackle on the R&S, righteous and superior. And then they play around with the words. So yeah, I started it, but my cousins initiated it.
So is that kind of where your stage name Royal came from?
Yeah, my cousin, he went by Tommy Gunn. My other cousin was Remedy, and my brother was Beware. So yeah, we just gonna come together, and you're gonna be royal. Which is ironic because the first drink that I did have in the studio was not Crown Royal.
Oh, it wasn't?
It wasn't.
What was it?
It was Goose.
Whoa.
We used to always have bottles of Goose in the studio.
So your name could have been Goose.
Nah.
You could have been Goose.
Because I don't duck. No.
So if you were stuck and you could only listen to 3 of your songs
My song. Ooh.
for the next 10 years.
Ooh.
3 of your songs
Mm-hmm.
for the next 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
What would they be?
Depending on where I'm stuck, but
And they have to be out. They have to be published because I'm leaking them. So you can't say some stuff that's in the vault.
Oh man! All right. Let me think. You only gave me 3. All right.
3.
So if I was stuck on an island, one would be Titan. I love that song.
I heard that song. So I was listening. We'll get into this in a second. But when I was doing research on your Spaz Out Saturdays, that's how I came across your song Titan. It's at the end of one of your episodes, and so I was like, oh, I really like that song.
Yeah, that song's actually out now on all streaming platforms. Yeah. So Titan will be 1. Man, you said they have to be out now. Ruby and Flower would have been the second one.
No.
Okay. Politics.
Okay, I heard that.
Politics is one of my favorite ones. And she's making this difficult for me on the island. D.I.D.
I haven't heard that one.
Yes, D.I.D.
When did that come out?
It came out recently on the album. So on the album ending the beginning of Lemniscate, there's a song on there called D.I.D., which I can't think of the acronym for it. But it's I think it's deficient identity disorder, which, it's like you're going crazy, but you're talking to yourself. So in that song, I'm actually having a conversation with myself, but I disguise my voice to be 2 different voices.
Okay.
So that would be, because I'll be on alone if I'm stuck on the island. Politics, I like that one. And Titan, because you gotta be a survivor.
Yeah. Okay. Let's take a spin.
Oh gosh.
Let's do the 3 photos.
Alright.
Ready?
Yep.
Let's hit it.
Oh gosh.
Photo number 1. If you guys don't know, this is where I pull up 3 photos. You're gonna see them on the screen, and he has to explain and or caption them. Photobomb. I might name the segment that, and if I do, you will get your credit. Whew. Photo number 1. What are you looking at?
Man.
Who did it? What's going on?
So
are you standing in front of a television?
No, actually that's a podium. I'm just so tall, you can't really tell. So I'm standing in front of the...
You are straight. Wow, yeah, you are straight.
I'm standing in front of the podium. This was actually in the process of my paparazzi cover. So I was supposed to be looking out at, the audience, the crowd, as if they was taking pictures. One of my good friends, I'm not going to say good friends. They're good photographers, because this was like 10 years ago. 10-year challenge. And they were a professional photographer.
Into the 20s.
So yeah, that one was like, all right, let me just look over here as if I'm answering questions for the paparazzi.
So you're acting in this photo. This isn't even genuine. Yeah. This is a fake candid.
It is. It was. It was. At that time, it was.
I'm not here for it. Number 2.
You kill me with these pictures. Alright, so Let me think. Was I singing or rapping?
I don't know. I can't tell, and I honestly can't tell if you're like happy or like about to beat someone up. Like I can't tell.
No, when I'm performing, it's like a whole nother beast. Like everybody knows, my performances are always live.
Also the braids.
Yeah, I had long hair back then.
The braids.
My hair was long back then. Like came down here. I had cut it multiple times. But so yeah, I'm performing at this time. Nike Graphics, he's a photographer in Dayton who usually goes out and take photos of all performances, or he usually works at the club. And he did video shoots as well. The gentleman to the right of me, or would be on my left, was Chris. His name was Chris Money. Chris from now Bird Jones. He was the reason why I got into clubs at the age of 16, 17.
So you were 17 in this photo?
Yes.
That's hilarious.
12-year challenge. But yeah, so I was 17 and I remember he asked me to sing a hook for one of his songs called Pole Work. Long song.
Pole Work.
Yeah, so he and his group had this stripper song. And I'm going to sing on the hook, so he contacted my cousin, who came out to me and said, hey, and ever since then, we made ample songs. I had a lot of performances, so a lot of my performances came from 17 years old, because when you're underage, if you're performing, they don't ID.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So if you had to caption this photo, what would be the caption?
Oh gosh, I had the caption on my own photo.
Yeah.
See, I got the 5 on it. I don't know, man. That was a tough one. I guess I don't know. When you feeling yourself, this is funny. When you feeling yourself, and you just reach out your hand, it's like you getting a high five from the crowd. You turned up. That's a hard one, man, because I don't know who's on the other side. I don't know where I am at this time. It's I was just feeling myself at that moment. I got the number 5 up though, so it had to be me saying something that had to do with 5.
Or stop.
It could be.
Or hold up.
Yeah, hold up, your boy got bars. You feel
right?
Hold up.
Photo number 3. Okay. Woo. What?
See, I always got a hat on, right?
And what? Yeah, what's going on? You ain't even got a big forehead. There's no reason for you to have.
So this goes back to the Wright State days. Let me see, Dayton Royal Legends. This was one of the younger groups I started with my little cousins and my friend, his friend. They like family to me. But we're in a dorm room, and we was like, come on, let's pose. I've always had the middle finger down.
What is that?
So this, it's so crazy. I don't think people know this, but this sign was actually like this. But this was the Bird Gang. Nah, Bird Gang. So if you know Dipset.
I do know Dipset.
Dipset used to always throw their hand
like
this.
that. Yeah.
So I was
Dipset.
like, man, that's hot. But I don't want to just copy it, so I switched fingers. So after every pose, you always what's good. And then it kind of made sense because it almost looked like you could draw out a Y and a K just from doing that.
Type shit.
So it's man, that's creative. Think about it. So yeah, I was you know what it is.
That's dope. I don't have a cool, I do this.
Hey, you and Lolo, right?
Yeah.
2 fingers up.
The positive living. Shout out Lolo. My birthday twin. My sister from another mister.
She is the Facebook memory right here.
I am. If you did it,
Facebook.
I know about it. Okay, so back to the question.
All right.
How do you feel like making music challenges you in your everyday life?
Oh, man, how does making music challenge me?
Yes.
It really doesn't. Because it doesn't, because I always, let me put it like this. It does in a small aspect of it, because I tell myself I can make a song about anything. Mm-hmm. So in order for that to be true, I have to be paying attention to life, have to be paying attention to what's going on.
Yeah, but jack of all trades, master of none.
You know, no, we ain't gonna say a master of none.
But the thing is if you continue trying to please every single person and doing every single genre and every single thing, you'll never find it.
I won't go to every single genre.
Okay.
I'm limited. But, okay, so to say one of the challenges is trying to make a song that's powerful, educated, but yet still has lyrical content. I cannot see myself dumbing down to make a good song.
Okay, so what was the last song that you made strictly for yourself, strictly for your own expression? You just wanted to put the song out or put it together, not even out, but you wanted to put this record together. What was that?
I'll be leaking it, right? So it's actually was coming out Thanksgiving. It's called Family Feud. And, you know, I used the Jay-Z instrumental. It's, you know, I used the instrumental from Jay-Z, but then I carried off Wayne and Drake's version. Yeah, that's really for myself. And then, you know, it's really bad when your mother contacts you and says, you know, don't put your relationship issues on social media, but I feel like it's all friendly competition. It's all what people want to hear.
Who has been your most memorable collaboration?
Most memorable collaboration.
Yes.
Probably my cousin.
What's his name?
Chino V. Shout
out Chino V.
Right, shout out to Chino V. He was the one who, like, I wouldn't say found me, but found me. Like,
so
I remember.
Yes,
he's older. Yeah, I think I was probably 17, 18, and all my relatives who I was doing music with was like 4 to 5, 6, 7, 8 years older than me. Then I remember his mom used to be like, "Why don't you hang out with people your age?" I'd be like, you know, Auntie, yeah, just different vibe. But yeah, he battled too, as well. So we used to always go back and forth. Like, if you will freestyle, he'll say pick a word or pick a sound effect, like I. So if you miss and you get skipped, like you get punched, or you get
something, you know, right? An adverse effect because you didn't.
Correct. And I remember we came out with a CD called Alpha and Omega. There's a preliminary mixtape, and we got it completed in a week.
Oh, okay. I seen that on one of your pages.
Yeah.
And I was confused. Old. I was confused because there's a Facebook page called Alpha and Omega, and so it is about music. So I was like,
nah, we didn't.
So I was like, what? But then I was like, that's not it. So I had no idea what that was. So that's what that was. Okay.
So Alpha and Omega is
that was.
Like,
that's your cousin.
Yeah, he is my like this. Like, we always do music. Matter of fact, that So Dayton song that I posted was because of him. If you heard the beginning of the song, I said Chino. Like, he actually challenged everybody in the city. Like, I'm calling all the lyricists. Now, me being in Cincinnati, I still feel the intent. Like, nah, man. And I was actually supposed to shoot that in Dayton, but got too busy. Yeah, got too busy.
Yeah, life happens.
My cousin is always like, all my cousins, they are dope.
Well, name someone locally.
Here?
Either in Cincinnati or Dayton. I'll give you both because you're from both. That you haven't worked with.
Ooh.
That you would want to work with.
It's a lot. Oh gosh, it's a lot. One person I want to work with is Sada James. Now I know her because her cousin did. Basically, he makes beats, and he has his own group called LX3, which is why my first EP album is called LX3. He's like, yeah, my cousin sing, and she's in California right now. The artist, Princess Tiana.
Okay.
It's just hard because I actually contacted her And I found a few beats because she likes pop. So I'm trying to get that situated. Aaron, is it Staccato?
I'm not hip.
Aaron Staccato? Yeah, I saw him at Lolo's network event. I'm trying to see like who more of the local talent here is in Cincinnati, because I'm telling you now, like the vibe between Dayton and Cincinnati, like audience-wise and crowd-wise and support-wise, is way different.
Is it really? So would you say you find more support here or more support back home?
It's half and half right now, but the potential here is probably higher. I'm not saying because everybody in Dayton wants to rap. It's just that Dayton is like a crab, a bucket full of crabs in a bucket. So one person peaks, and there's so much violence that's happening back at home, and it's primarily to people who are known for music. So, yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, what do you hope that when you make songs, like, what do you hope that people take away from your music?
As one of my evolution was the way I deliver lyrical content. So I just hope they get the message. As J. Cole said, every poet just wants to be heard. I'm always a poet at heart. I started with poetry.
I was just gonna say that's what I'm learning in like doing interviews. Most creatives did. Most creatives, even if it's not music, like even if they like paint or whatever, like most creatives started. I did. Most creatives started in poetry. So
yeah, you gotta leak one. But no. So as long as somebody gets that message, or because I actually have people. It's crazy. I actually have people come back to me and say, "Hey, that hit, that really helped me out." So,
have you ever had someone say like, either like a song or a bar like hit them so hard, and you thought that it was just like, you're like, really? Like, is that?
Something crazy? Yes. It was a friend of mine. He was taking a math exam, and he was like, "Bruh, I was stuck on one of your on this problem, but then your bar came to me." I was like, out of all that during a math exam, but it makes sense. So because I said it's something over nothing. That's what you call undefined. Because I was defining my. And
then it was probably like undefined slope or some shit.
And he was like, but when I thought of that, he's like, he passed for the A. So I was like, that's what's up. And then who was it? Like the So Dayton song. My cousin hit me up. He's like, bro, I had to listen to that 5 times, but he's like, it's crazy because he said first thing I'm doing is smoking, wake and bake. He was like, it's crazy when people react to it. I think that's what I love about the battle scene too, because people's reaction. Be like, wow, you gotta stop that time, So yeah, it's always good to see people happy and influenced, motivated, encouraged by music.
Yeah, so speaking of music and what you like to portray in your music, what can we expect? Are we getting some new music coming soon?
Well, as I said on my cup, On the Road to Success, and Life. So
which you talked about on your Spaz Out Saturday episode, which we'll get into.
They're both, so I could have got them done. But I've decided if I play my cards right with the right networks, I could probably have them released around the Jazz Festival time.
Oh, fun.
So yeah, and it's way better because I'm trying to get. Are they being
released in tandem or are they
at the same time?
Yeah, or okay.
Yeah, so and it will be, they're gonna pay for it at iTunes, but I might have free copies available. I might try to get a lot of digital prints made because the Jazz Festival, people come from everywhere.
Yeah, passing them out or.
Yeah, so I might have some stuff ready to pass out as well.
Nice.
And since I have connects, it's like,
why not? I love that. So those will be coming out soon. Do you have any performances or anything coming up?
Not at the moment. I've been trying to go to a lot of open mics, but due to work schedules, it's crazy.
Have you been to the open mic at the do you work Monday nights?
Talk about the comic?
Yeah, have you been there?
I've been there a few times. And that's because, what is her name? Not Siri. Is it Bree?
Yeah, with the locks.
Yeah. Bree, so at the jazz festival, because Tribe had a performance on the stage. And they was like, you should come out to open mic on Monday. So I come up there, and then she was like, you gotta do a performance. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get there a lot more this next few weeks because I'm taking off work for most of the month of December.
It's just one of those open mics. So there's like 3 open mics every week, and that's like, if you guys don't know, it's Monday nights at the Comet, and then Tuesday night at Arts in the Ave, and then Wednesday night at Mad Frog.
Mad Frog? Mm-hmm. Oh.
I didn't know. What did you say?
I thought she was gonna say the black. What's her name? Shakia. It's the Crown Entertainment.
Oh, Makiah.
Yeah.
She has an open mic on Wednesdays.
I think she does.
I have to look into that, but I know that they have the one on. I know that they have the one at the Mad Park. So there's 3 open mics every week. Okay, so let's get into this speed round.
Ooh, all right.
It's gonna be super easy. I promise. It's gonna be super hip hop. Okay, hip hop or R&B?
Ooh, hip hop. Let's say hip hop.
90s or 2000s?
90s.
To Duce or Henny?
Oh, I don't like either. But I'll say Duce.
Nice. Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
Cincy or Dayton?
I gotta rap home. Well, Dayton. Come on. That's the show.
That's it?
Yeah. Dayton. I'm all the way. But I love both cities.
Yeah.
Like I said, my mixtape was called 937-513. Because I moved here, so.
Nice. Well, that was all the time we have for you today. If people don't follow you, where can they follow you on social media?
So you can find me on Instagram at RoyalCurry_YKRNS. That also links to the business page. You can follow me on Facebook as well at Royal Curry. That's where I post all my music and I keep it updated. I try to.
Awesome. Yes. Make sure you follow him. Stay tuned for the 2 projects that are dropping around the Jazz Festival season. And before we go, tell people about Spaz Out Saturdays.
So Spaz Out Saturdays is basically like my personal vlog to where I keep everybody updated on any new music, any new videos that's coming out. It's information to the audience, for those who support the movement.
Awesome. So always support the movement. Subscribe to his YouTube. It's been great. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
As always, peace, love, and hip hop, guys. Woohoo.